Mr. Persinger, you are the only person that I see from the public. Is there any comments that you'd like to make in regards to what we've done so far?
Yeah, just a second. Thank you for the opportunity to comment. You guys just discussed the CDBG budget, and what I always speak against, and that is the inmate labor program. I think that's a legalized form of slavery. The 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, actually preserves it for inmates. And this country has a long use of inmate labor since the end of the Civil War.
Inmate labor.
It's called something like code enforcement or something like that. I think it's funded at $260,000, which is a $5,000 increase over last year's amount. But basically, the city's paying inmates $10 for 8 hours of labor, and it's not right. I know it's politically popular because people don't really care about the people in the prison, and they think they should be doing something instead of just paying for them to eat and live. But it's not right. It's a cheap source of labor, and exploits the already exploited class of our citizens, mainly the poor, African Americans, and most of those people don't even deserve to be in there if they're in there for nonviolent drug possession, stuff like that, which a lot of our inmates are. Also, yesterday's meeting, Mr. Winter talked about how the city was going to be implementing more programs, alternatives to keep people out of jail and to reduce our jail population. And these people that go on these work crews to cut grass and trees, they're nonviolent or low-risk inmates is what they're purported to be, like people that don't pay their child support. But these are the exact people that are going to be moved out of the jails. So, I don't know who's going to be available to do this manual labor for no money. Once the people that are low-risk inmates are actually taken out of the jail system.
You don't think we can still go get them?
Go get who?
The ones that are going to be taken out. You don't think we can still go get them to cut grass?
I don't know. Why don't you try paying them a living wage like the city says it wants to try to pay its employees? These people are doing city work, and also I think there's some kind of either the city's profiting from these inmates, or the landowners that have this blighted property are profiting from this low-wage exploited labor. And let me explain that. Is that either the city puts a lien on the property for the amount that was paid to clean up this property, and either the city is padding that amount, or either and thereby profiting by the work of these inmates. And if that's not the case, if the land owner is only being charged exactly what it costs to implement the program, then the landowner is actually getting a deal on the labor because he's only having to pay $10 for each 8 hours of labor. So somebody, in all likelihood, is profiting from this, and it's at the expense of poor and black people. And I don't think that's right. I think it is a form of slavery. If slavery is where people are held in bondage and not compensated justly for their labor, and that's exactly what this is. And there's a long history of labor unions being organized against the use of inmate labor.
Mr. Persinger, I get your message, okay, and I appreciate it, okay. I'm not trying to cut you off for that. This is a work session that we really don't have to have public comment, but you know how I feel about this.
Well, you asked for public comment,
and I want to be responsive to that. And I hear what you're saying. This is not the first time you said this to us, and you're familiar with that. And I hear the essence of, I hear in total what you're saying as it relates to that. I guess the only thing that I'm asking you is whether or not there's any other issues as it relates to the budget that you would like to bring to our attention in addition to this one.
Well, that was just what was discussed today, and I'd like to share with the members and council people that are here, with the comments that I shared with you yesterday, is that the mayor and the city council need to to create a more cooperative process. You know, the way it is now, the mayor presents his budget to council, and then you guys nitpick and try to fix whatever wasn't included that you guys want. But it also, you guys need to include the public, and I know the public is apathetic, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And you know, the more you try, the more public participation you actually have in the process, and that's what we need, because you know, there's lots of needs out there, and you guys don't know everything, and you're supposed to be representing citizens of the city, and when the citizens, the only input we have for determining budget comes at the very end of the process after the budget's already been totally created by the mayor. So I just want to encourage council and whoever's interested that we do need, as a citizen, I would like to see more cooperative and engaged process from the mayor and the council. So thank you for the opportunity to talk.
Thank you, appreciate it.